Las Cruces Public Schools faced $4.8 million in cuts in a tight budget year. Superintendent Stan Rounds says the school district lost $2.9 million from the state and has rising expenses.
Unfortunately, insurance went up, both on risk and health. Minimum wage laws kicked in, minimum wages for teachers kicked in, all those kinds of things there, and that created some additional expenses to us.
The budget includes a cut of 53 teaching positions, down from 70 in the original proposed budget. Round says no teachers will lose their jobs, with the reductions coming through natural attrition. However, average class sizes will increase, with student-to-teacher ratios going from about 18:1 to about 22:1.
We will be inside of all the state prescribed requirements. We will be better off than Albuquerque and Rio Rancho as we've done our metrics. Even though Rio Rancho is slightly smaller than we are and Albuquerque is the larger one, you'd think we might be in the middle there. We're not. We're actually better off than both in this strategy. So I feel good with this bad situation.
Maria Flores, president of the Las Cruces School Board, says even though she passed the budget, she is still concerned about the teacher cuts.
Our mission is to teach students, and the best way to do it is in small classes and allow it to be a student-centered curriculum, so that means that each student learns at his or her own rate. When you have large classes, that just doesn't happen. It all becomes the teachers at front. Everybody's learning at the same, or hopefully learning at the same rate, but that doesn't usually happen. So there's always kids that get dropped on the wayside.
Vice President of NEA New Mexico, Mary Par Sanchez, says the reductions in the teaching staff will directly impact students.
I would have really tried every way possible not to reduce teachers, because those positions directly affect kids. Like I said, it also affects course offerings. Like the president of the board said, at one of the middle schools there won't be any choir next year. They were talking about cutting art at one of the high schools, and we have to continue with art and music and all of those things that make school interesting and fun for students and really round out their education.
Maria Flores says they had to make tough budget decisions with depleting funds coming from the state.
It was a hard budget. It was difficult, as Mr. Rounds said. They keep underfunding us, and there seems no will to fix it sometimes. We do know that the state is overly dependent on gas and oil, and that's not a good thing to do. But such is the situation, and we have to live within our means.
Mary Par Sanchez says the budget process needs to be more open in the future.
People need to take a bigger role, and even though budgets can be very dry and seemingly very boring, there are a lot of different competing interests in a budget, and it's really important that all of those voices get heard. Not just the loudest ones, but all of the voices.
The budget is now sent to the New Mexico Public Education Department for approval, and the board will vote on a final approval in June. For KRWG, I'm Samantha Sonner.